Good morning, Rumble Studios. Good morning, Rumble Studios. Good morning, Rumble Studios on this 11.03.2025. Current time is 0601 a.m. Eastern Time here in upstate New York, the southern tier of upstate New York, where I live and reside. Rich Roberts at Fireman Rich over there, or here on Rumble, at Fireman Rich on X, at Fireman Rich on most other things. But if you want to see where else I'm at, just go ahead and Google at Fireman Rich, and you'll see where I'm at because I'm on some other platforms here, and let me bring this up. Good morning. The missus is up. Okay, she's up because I'm also over here. It's not at Fireman Rich. It's follow me at Richard M. Roberts over on YouTube. See, we got a new gizmo here there. So I put that in there. So that's where it's different. I am on Rumble. My three primary platforms I broadcast on are um, Rumble, here on Rumble, Twitch, and YouTube. So those are the three. And so just to cover that. So if you Google that Fireman Rich, you'll see what it is. But that's a main one, and we can see that we're up and running on 7 platforms. Where we got 3 on Rumble. Thank you very much. 1 on Locals. Nobody on YouTube yet. 3 on Twitch, and one of those 3 is Tina, our Jersey girl. Good morning, Tina. And nobody on Facebook. 1 person on X Live. We don't get comments on Facebook, X Live, or Kick. That's Kick. 0 people on Kick. We do get the number up here on Facebook. So the bottom, we the only ones we don't get numbers on is Kick. So there we are, and we are off and running as far as that goes. And let me just check Kick real quick before I go to the comments here. Yeah, nobody on Kick. And checking the Facebook. The real Fireman Rich. I should get one of those toggles for the real Fireman. Yep, yep, we got audio there. And let's see, over on the YouTube, we'll leave that right where that's at because we got YouTube on the laptop. But good morning. Oh, let's see, I misclicked that. I didn't want that. Good morning, Tina. Our Jersey girl is here. Good morning. Glad to see you. And let's see, what's this? I didn't know how I got unfollowed from you. I don't know either, so I can't answer that, Tina. That's on your side. To follow and unfollow is on you, unless you fat fingered and stuff like that. Sometimes they knock people off and you have to refollow and stuff like that. So I have no idea. That's out of my scope of expertise. Tina says good morning to the missus this morning, and Mrs. says good morning back. And we have Captain Rehab. Good morning, sir. Coming in from the city of brotherly love. He says good morning to the missus also. There you go, Captain Rehab. The missus is up. She got up just before we started on time for a change here on a Monday. I thought it was going to be late, but we got cranking. I got up a little early here to get started. So good to have you here, Captain Rehab. Hope you and Tina both had a good weekend. And Captain Rehab saying hello to his Auntie Tina here on the Twitch side, and Tina saying good morning to her nephew there, Captain Rehab. There, it's an online thing, folks. Okay, it's just like okay. Um, and hey, we got Deplorable. Good morning, Deplorable. Good morning, Patriots. I love the flags, my friend. Love the flags. Coming in from Bradford, Pennsylvania. That's northwest Pennsylvania, across the border from Olean in Bradford, California. No, Bradford, Pennsylvania, the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Good morning, my friend. Oh, what was that? What the heck happened there? Something happened. What the hell
The
happened?
Deplorables just subscribed with Prime. Forgot to resub this.
Holy crap! Thank you, Prime. Thank you. Deplorable. That's the first time I heard that. Oh my god! Did you guys hear that? Did you hear him? I heard it in here, so I'm thinking you guys had to have heard that. Oh, I see that. Thank you. Subscribed with Prime. for 3 months. Yeah, you heard that. Very good. There's supposed to be a logo come up, but that's outstanding. It scared me too. It's like, what the frick is that? What? I thought the missus was doing some bad. Thank you very much, Deplorable, for your prime there. Let's see. So you subscribed for 3 months. Thank you for your prime. That's very generous of you. I thank you very much, my friend. That's right here. I see that in the chat as far as that goes, and that just you've been here long enough. Oh, let's see. Okay, yeah, that's not okay. I'm okay. You're back on Rumble. I'm gonna make you a VIP on the Twitch there too. Okay, and I greatly appreciate that. And you're back. Let's see. You're back. Yeah, okay, back on Rumble, and I love all you guys. Yeah, we love you there, man. You're great. Thank you very much. I hope you had a great weekend. Again, thank you for the prime for 3 months. I don't, I really appreciate that. I just I don't advocate for the because there's money value. I don't care about the money and stuff. It's just I do appreciate the I don't want to call it gesture because it's not a gesture. You appreciate it. You just don't do that and stuff like that. So I do appreciate it from the heart as far as that horrible. It just but that scared me. It did. It's like, what the fuck is that? It's like, whoa. That's the first time I heard that. I think you're the first person I've subscribed on Prime, I guess, and stuff like that. So I do have one subscriber from Australia who has been very consistent there. I've been doing this. There's some people. I tell you, when I'm watching Hollywood Bob, he's over there on. He broadcasts on Twitch and he broadcasts over on Rumble or on YouTube. Battlefield 6 right now. He does do PUBG, but he gets people. But he is. Look on the bottom of my my YouTube and my YouTube page and my Twitch page, and you'll see those people I follow. Follow Hollywood Bob. Even if you want to just watch someone that's a great gamer, Hollywood Bob is. He's a great gamer, and I give him high marks. So let's see. Deplorable says my subs are usually when you are gaming, so that is the difference. Yeah, I would. I always want to highlight Hollywood Bob. He's a very good guy. I subscribe to him. He's one of the few people I do subscribe to on this internet, as far as that goes. And Tina's saying good morning to Deplorable from Twitch. So, I do have the morning coffee. It's tasting very, very good. After it was a good weekend. Yeah, I guess it was a good. It wasn't a great weekend. You could say. I don't know. It was a fair, good weekend for me this weekend. I hope it was a good weekend for all you guys. And such. The coffee is tasting great, man. Whoa, let me sucking that down real quick. But it was a good weekend. Starting Friday, I haven't been gaming that much this last week, and I think I've been out of my whack there. I don't know if it's because of we're in the third day. This is the third day of a new month, and the temperature's changing, and we've had some things going on. We tried catching this cat, but that's on hold right now because we don't see her that much, and plus the animal shelter. I got to give them a call this week to find out what the status is of the quarantine. They're not letting any. You can't adopt any, and you can't bring any in because animals they have they're quarantined for some medical reason and stuff like that. So they don't want to infect anything of what's going on. I don't know. Maybe it's an animal COVID. I don't know. It's just, but they don't want to. But they're still open. Tony D, good morning, my friend. Salute to you. Happy to see you here. And the missus says good morning to you, Tony. There you go. And let's see. I know you're over on the Facebook. Let me check the Facebook. Yep, there's a salute. I'll go ahead and like that. As far as that goes, and there we go. Salute to you, my friend. Positive start to the day. And good morning. The missus says good morning back to you, Tony. She said she heard me say good morning, and Tony saying hi to Deplorable over there on Rumble from from Rumble to Rumble. Okay, good. Tony's making the rounds there. I've got the YouTube up. I remembered to hit the button. So we're on 7 networks or 7 channels, folks. I've got a network. Some people have a network of supposedly shows that are almost the same thing. Mine are the same thing, but they're different in what happens here and stuff. It's a morning coffee show. So, but some people have a network where they got revolving people in their people of shows, I guess. I don't know. But I have a network right up here of 7 live stream platforms we're on, and that's due to the Rumble Studios that Rumble provides. And I am very thankful for Rumble for that, because it makes it fun. It is fun. 7 platforms. And what am I paying? Zippo. That's why Rumble rocks, man. Rumble rules. You gotta pay what do you pay, Tony? $9 a month? What do you get out of? There's a few things that you can do, but they don't knock my socks off for Restream. Restreams is okay. Okay, they're okay, and it's simple. This is simple too, I think. I just like the flexibility, the diversity of Rumble, as far as you can do this, you can do that. Some things you can't do, but then there's some things in life you can't do either. So, it comes with the territory. Let's see. Tony is saying hi to Tina from the Twitch there, and saying hi to Captain Rehab on the Twitch, and also Deplorable. Well, Deplorable came back over on, he's back on Rumble there, Tony. So, so let's see what we got here. Okay, we go up right there to Tony has that. Okay, so so Friday, the start of the weekend for me. Okay, I know you guys at work, you got to get through the day and then your weekend starts. But my weekend started that morning. It started all right. Still waiting for the phone call from the contractor. No go. So it's just like we decided, okay, we'll start. We'll wait till Saturday morning. Maybe he might show up. And then Friday night, I did an episode of Hello America, talking about the budget or the government shutdown. It's still in effect. It's my views, my opinions. There's some good news articles I read that pertain to the subject, that it pertains to the root cause. You got one side that's voting yes for the government to open, the other side saying no. It's a straight CR. You can't add other gobbledygook into it. One side has said they will discuss high premiums as far as that goes, but they're not entail for an extra 1.5 trillion for healthcare for illegal aliens. I don't think we need to do that. They come in here legally. If people come in here legally, and then they can be taken care of. But we're not a charity country. What other country is a charity country? We're a good country. We're better than most countries as far as bringing people in here, and we're doing more than other countries are doing. So you can only sustain so much, and you got to draw the line. And the American citizens come first. Those people that are standing in line that are waiting to become citizens come first over illegal aliens coming into this country. That's my view, and I stand by that. Okay, I know it sounds harsh, but it's the reality, because over the last administration, the majority of people that came in, criminals. It's becoming apparent. They're arresting thousands each week. So I had that on Hello America, and we'll see what happens. SNAP is off, and that's due to one party not voting yes for the clean CR. Air traffic controllers not getting all they have to do it. Five senators have to vote yes, and that the government's open. Then they can start talking. You don't hold something over another party's head, and this CR has been voted on by both parties. It's the same CR for the last 17 years that have been voted on. We shouldn't do it. They should be doing their job and getting a budget done. But this is a stopgap as far as a crutch, and it works. So don't use it as a to hold. We got to do this first before we do this. No. That's not how government works. You open government, then you have discussions. That's what Congress is about. You don't hold Um, and you don't hold the government hostage. People are hurting for their paychecks. People are hurting for the paychecks, both Republicans and Democrats, independents, and non-political party things. It's across the board. People are hurting. So go to the root cause. Open the freaking government, Mr. Schumer. Schumer shut down. He's my senator, so I can say that. So we had that Friday. That went off pretty well. And the only one that's really speaking loudly on the other side there for the Democrats is John Fetterman. So my hat's off to him, and I salute him. He's a great American because he wants to have a discussion about high premiums, and we should. The high premiums, it's not just the high premiums don't come on just the Republican side; they come on the Democrat side. And this thing about the Republicans want to give up Obamacare, it's expiring because the expiration date was set on the original get-go for Obamacare. So there's some things both sides have said they like about Obamacare, they don't like. You can't like everything. I mean, we've had Obamacare before Obamacare here in New York State, so it doesn't make any difference. So I'm just saying, but I don't want any extra of my tax money going to something that's worthless. It has to be efficient. We have to get government open, and I think my gut feeling says possibly after tomorrow. Tomorrow's the election, so I think one side wanted to keep it there, and we'll see what happens there. So I did that on Hello America Friday night. I was going to game. I didn't feel like gaming, so I felt like I went ahead because I did. The last time I did one was 2 weeks ago, so that might be an every 2 week thing. I guess I do because it's important that you talk about things, so people know where I'm coming from, and people have their opinions, and I try to respect them if they respect mine back, and be cordial and stuff like that. But I'm not going to get in any arguments, and it's a simple solution. Vote for the clean CR. I mean, you got somebody that's high up there in Congress calling it dirty, and it's like, where are you referencing that from? I'm not going to repeat everything, but you can find that over there on here on Rumble. I did broadcast YouTube from it to make sure but the YouTube isn't up anymore. It's strictly a Rumble only broadcast because I got a better control on that because I know how some people, just because they disagree, they'll go ahead and go bonker bananas if it was on the Rumble or on the YouTube and stuff like that. So Rumble, I feel safe with it being on Rumble. So, and Tina says, I learned a lot. Okay. Yeah. Just so as long as it opens your eyes, you don't have to agree with it, but I try to be respectful. I try not to get as bad as I do get on my soapbox here on the morning coffee, but it is an outlet, and I'm utilizing it. And because just I have something to say. I had something to say during the last administration. I think I was cordial during that, even though I will say it right now. Like I said, the last 2 years of President Biden will go down in history as the worst president of these United States. I wish him well. I liked him as a senator back in his early days, but he changed where he accommodated too much of the far radical left side of his party, and I would say the same thing about the Republicans too, if they reported. I wasn't much of the Tea Party type of person, as far as that goes. And I've had some people say I'm MAGA, and it's like, you don't freaking know me. MAGA is okay. People get together; they have a way of forming. I think I don't know. Does the Democrats have their type of MAGA? Oh, that's the far left. That's right. The radical socialist left. That's their type of MAGA. Yeah, there we go. MAGA can get like that. That's why I'm just a straight, full disclosure, Republican conservative. My country is first, not politics. Anybody that's putting politics over the people, and it's no politics if you vote for a straight CR. I'm sounding like a broken record. Okay, Saturday. Now Saturday, big day Saturday. I saw that I'd even do my 3 morning posts Saturday morning. A good morning, Southern Tier, Live Life, and the quote on Saturday. But I did post some pictures of what we did on Saturday. And let me bring those up. Let me bring those up here. We did a little DIY, do it yourself course, my contractor that we're going to for the new. I have a 3-cabinet. There's a sink and then 2 side cabinets, so it's 3 cabinets and a sink installed in the kitchen. And my contractor that I called, he didn't call back. He's lame. That's all I got to say. Let's see. Deplorable said, I spent the whole week eating leftover candy. Yeah, that's usually the case. No, Captain Rehab. My prediction for tomorrow, it's going to be the former New York governor. You heard that. I think it's going to be an upset. You heard that. We'll see. They elect the other guy that supposedly everybody says is going to win it. Hang on to your hat in New York City. Just so long as it doesn't blow over. We'll see what happens tomorrow. So Saturday, when it became apparent my contractor wasn't going to be here, we had made the decision the night before that we're going to start doing it ourselves. And I thought it was going to take me 2 days, maybe 3 days to put this thing together. And it didn't. It took me all day Saturday. We started Saturday morning, tearing out the old, and let me show you what that looks like. I've got this on X. Let's see. And let's see. There I am right there tearing out the old sink. And you can see the back side. That's the this house I live in is over 100 years old, folks. It was built in between 1911 and 1917. So it's over 100 years old. And that's the old sink. It was is rotted. I had to actually where the water spigots are right there. That's where the hot and water cold. As far as right here. This part, I had to actually cut out the bottom part of the metal. This is all metal, and it's rusted down here, the water, and it's got an open back. And you can see the old wainscoting right here. And I think this is where the sink used to be right here because this is covered up. But this is all wainscoting, and the missus painted this early. And you're going to see once the new cabinet is in, it pops. So there's another angle of it. You can see the rust where we cut it out down here on down this portion, and we basically made a big rectangle to cut it out that much down here on this portion. But you can see all the rust, and this is an old school. You can see. I don't know if I can I right here. It's all metal, 2 drawers, and it's all open back. Very simple. This thing is probably 75 years old. As far as that goes, that's 75 years old, and as far as that goes, and so we tore that out. That took us about 2 hours to do, and then the rest of the time was just trying to install the cabinets and lining them up, make sure they're level and all that, and such that we get it done right, and we did do it right. So. As you can see, you saw the tear out. Here's the finished product right there. Let's see. Deplorable says, my cabinets are the same, all metal and rusty. Yeah, so we changed it out. These are wood, and there's 3 sections here as far as that goes. There's, let me get the thing. You got this section here, and then the middle section with the sink. So you can see how it pops with the floor. Down here on the bottom, our landlord's supposed to get us new ones soon. Oh, okay. Down here at the bottom, leveling it. You got these things that are called, what are those wedge things called? Shims. They're shims. So you got these shims. But the missus came up with an idea when we're shimming this up before we put the sink and counter on. Basically, shims are a little wooden wedge thing, and you put them up to level it up. Well, there used to be down here on the metal part, this wooden, it's 3 inches by 1 inch, okay, piece of wood. She said, let's take that wood and stick it underneath because when we shimmed up the front, it looked like it went up like a 1/2 inch or stuff. And so we put that wood underneath there, and going this way and that way, it was perfectly level. And it just fit back in the back there. Okay, so there's a wide angle view. You can see right down here on the bottom right down here, you can see there's this little wooden, that's the wooden thing we put underneath. So we didn't, and it angled back, and so the floor is a little, it's off kilter a little bit. But you can see right down here, there's a little wooden, right there, you can see, and then the cabinet start. That wooden piece, that was the Mrs. Contribute, and that took, I tell you, that set it all up. So we're lining this up, and they all lined up, and then you have to put screws in the back, and they put screws in the side as far as that goes. And let's see, Captain Reese says, my goodness. And Tina says, yes. And again, Deplorable says our landlord is supposed to get. Well, this gives you an example. You can show your landlord this, and it took us the rest of the day. We actually broke for lunch and went to McDonald's and went to Lowe's. We had to get a couple things, and such. We're the final product, and there it is. That's where it sits, and you can see right down here, we do have a few minor things. We had a few leaks in the piping here. We took care of that. We'd still, it's like 99% because we got a cover that covers up this front part down here. I forget, what is that thing called? What thing? That goes on the bottom. Kick plate. The what? Oh, the kick plate. Yeah, the kick plate. It's just a cover right here that covers that all up, and it's all white and it pops. So Tina says, always listen to the miss. Yeah, when she suggests. What's that? He never does. He has to figure it out on his own. No, she says I never. I listened to her there because once I saw it set up, it was a fantastic idea because once you get the cabinet set up, you lock it in, and we locked it in right then once we put that board underneath there. So there's a few minor things, and it sits a little higher than the metal one. And as far as that goes, and Deplorable says, look, yeah, it looks fantastic. You know, the picture, I mean, every time I go by, I'm looking at it right now, and it does sit about an inch, and I think it's because it's leveled, where the old one might have came down, you know, towards the middle of the room and stuff, that this levels it out to where it sits very good. So yeah, it does look very good. And as far as listening to the missus, I always try to listen to the missus because I wouldn't have a pot to pee in if it wasn't for her. So, but wow, we got 7 people we have 7 people on Twitch. Thank you very much. I'm just looking at the 3 people on Rumble, 1 person on Locals, nobody on YouTube, 7 people on Twitch, nobody on Facebook, 3 on X. And for Kick, let me check the Kick real quick here. Usually get 1. And we got 4 people on Kick. Thank you. Hello, Kick. Thank you for being here. Kick was here. You can see I got 4 people over there in Kick. I'm just recognizing the Kick here. Kick folks, good morning. And that's sort of an accident, but we got there. 4 people on Kick. Thank you. Good morning, Kick. And so you can see we've got an active live stream here. So that's what we did Saturday, and we went until about, I think it was 5 o'clock. I was that far away from connecting the second sink, and the missus says, "Just forget it. We don't have to use the sink." I got up the next morning, Sunday, and I had my coffee, and I sat down there. I'm looking at, and I had in my little bag of tricks of the extra piping, I had a little extender. So I extended it. I put it in, and it works. So it's working, and it's just more or less dressing it up with that kick plate down on the bottom, to laminate over the bottom, as far as that goes. And but yeah, I agree, Captain Rehab. Happy wife, happy life. Yes, I can say that does work. Believe me, we've been married 39 years, so. I think of that. No, you got to take care of your family. It's taking care of family as far as that goes. So that's pretty good as far as, let's see, what are we doing here? We got to turn this back on. So, and then Sunday, again, I didn't do any gaming this weekend. Sunday, we had Tony D's, man, I'm going long here on this intro. We had Tony D's Bell Kings Fantasy Football. It was sort of late in the afternoon. He did one Friday night. Bell Kings Fantasy Football, doing the fantasy football. And then he had one yesterday. It was just before the start of the games, because I was watching the Manchester City Football Club match yesterday. We'll talk about that. As far as what's this campaign? Nothing yet on the campaign yet. Okay. And uh, uh, Tony had Brian, his original co-host of that broadcast, myself, and he also had a new individual I met, Izzy, and it was very nice to meet Izzy, a very good guy. We had a good discussion about the things about football, and I'm not no expert. I'll admit it. I'm not an expert, but I do enjoy talking about football, and as far as that goes, and so we had a good time on Tony's broadcast yesterday for an hour. And I see this morning, I got the alert, Tony. I guess you and Brian were up, but I was sacked out. I think I fell asleep during the football game last night between the Seahawks and Commanders. I see the Seahawks won. The Buffalo Bills won. We'll be talking about that football here. And I got to do the calculations today and stuff, and be a little more proactive on that. So I have it for Wednesday's broadcast, the chart there of the wins loss for the picks, win and loss picks there. So and then ended it by watching the Bills there at 4. They won. We're not going into sports right now, but they did win. And the missus, we watched it both out there in the living room. It was living room. I didn't view it here. I watched it out in the living room, and we had our pizza, and we didn't have the beer though. We had a couple beers left in the fridge, and I was going to have a beer. I didn't, but that was good. And then the missus was tired. She was a little under the weather yesterday because of all the activities Saturday, and I was recovering yesterday because my back after Friday or Saturday night at about 5-6 o'clock, my back was wrenched out. But I recovered yesterday, and so it was a good weekend. And I hope you all had a good weekend there, as far as that goes. So, but we have a new kitchen cabinet, and I'm looking at it now through the pass-through, and it looks great. It does sit higher than the other one by at least an inch, if not an inch and a half, maybe, and stuff. But it just looks nice. It looks very nice, and it looks like a real. It was due. It was over. Once we got it out and we put it in there, because the old sink, you saw just the empty portion. That's a porcelain fitting that goes on the top, and they don't make those anymore. And the missus looked at maybe getting that redone, and then we put a cabinet underneath it. It just would have cost too much. So as far as my contractor, he's SOL. He's not my contractor. He's not going to get a recommendation from me. He did some work for the family. He got high recommendations. That's why I gave him a call. But he said, I could do this in one day, and I'll get back with you next week. And he didn't. And so I tried calling him. And after I called him the first time, he didn't answer. The missus texted him a couple times. No answer back. I hate that when you call someone, especially when it deals with business. You don't have the courtesy of callback. Nobody is that freaking busy. Okay, and whatever excuse, unless it's barring a family emergency, everybody has one of these phones in hand and stuff like that. So Captain Rehab's laughing at that. Yeah, that's true. Oh yeah, we're going to talk about the Toronto Blue Jays and stuff. Well, we could say it right now. And typical contract. Yeah, well, the thing is, Captain Rehab, when I worked at the day job for 17 years before I retired, I had to facilitate and deal and worked with a bunch of contractors where I worked at, okay, on various projects. I had to accommodate them for certain things and stuff like that. And so I got to know contractors. I know there's contract, and this is the worst, I guess. He's probably a good contractor because the family member they had worked on she said it was outstanding work. So I would say that that's one thing. But if you can't come back and give a courtesy call to say, well, you know what, I can't do it, I'm busy. That's all you have to say. But if you don't do that, you do more harm to your business, because now I'm going to be telling you, I wouldn't try contacting this guy, unless he's just going for a big project. What's that?
Well, mostly too, he said he was going to come Saturday.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he said he would be able to come and do it one day and stuff like that because it's only 3 cabinets. The teardown would have been probably a teardown would have been a little bit more effective because the contractor is very skilled. I'm not questioning his skills, his skill of being a contractor. I'm questioning his customer service. His customer service sucks because he never and I agree that right there he's a typical in that aspect he's a typical contractor that doesn't get well, not all contract. The vast majority are, I guess, is what you're saying, Captain Rehab. I would say, yeah, they don't get back because they're busy doing this thing, and they use that. Oh, I was busy doing this. I don't want to hear that excuse. I just want to hear, I gave you a call. I called you several times. You never called me back. I mean, it's ridiculous, and I wouldn't do that if the roles were reversed either. So, but Captain Rahab said project size might have been too small and not work. But he did say, "Oh, it will take me one day to do." So he right there insinuated he was going to do it. Okay, and I'll confirm next week. Well, you never got back to confirm me. So what? Just because you didn't call, that confirms that you didn't want it. That's bogus. That's bullshit. When a contractor does that, that's what I'm saying. That's the part I'm talking about, Captain Rehab. If you don't get back after the missus made several calls, and he even told the missus initially, yeah, I think I could do that on Saturday. It's a 1-day job because it's only 3 cabinets. Now I thought it was going to take me 3 days, but it took me 1 day. But we got through it, and we did segments, and we went slowly. It's just like we did the roof up here, the ceiling. We're able to do that. Once we got it going, we were able to do it. But that could be why he just blew me off. It was too small of a project. And I think you're right, Captain Rehab. So, but the Toronto Blue Jays, they lost. I went to bed Friday night, and I saw a little bit. It was in the 7th inning. They were up 3-1, and I thinking it's all over. And I went to bed. I woke up Saturday morning, and getting ready to get the tear down started. And then the missus, she makes comment, "Oh, the Los Angeles Dodgers won last night." And I look at it, I was like, "What? No." Well, she had watched the news, okay, and then I looked it up, and I was like, "Holy crap!" I had to go back on YouTube and watch it. Great ending. My hat's off to the Los Angeles Dodgers. So we'll talk some more about that on the sports. Oh, let's see. Let's get going here. We get. I've been talking for 40 minutes here about my weekend, but it's a big event. The DIY project. We successfully done it, and let's see, they almost won so many times. Gave Dodgers too many chances. Yeah, that's what I saw on the YouTube replay there, Captain Rehab. So I know you watched it, so it probably was more exciting. I was pretty excited just seeing the YouTube replay just shows you the key thing. But 4 of the 5 runs were home runs, I guess, from what I saw, unless I'm wrong. Okay, let's see. Let's get our day started here. And we're starting with the hashtag positive start today, hashtag PSTTD. And let's see, currently, although the officiating in Game 6 was very suspicious with the, what's that? The wedged ball call. Oh, okay. Yeah. But that's history now. The Dodgers won. Okay, our current temperature here in the southern tier of upstate New York, and it dropped a degree. It's 33 degrees. Let's see what that's all about. 33 degrees Fahrenheit, which is a half a degree, 0.5, 0.6 degrees Celsius. So we're just above freezing, and it's foggy out. It looks foggy out. The sun is up, I think. We turned the clocks back, so we're back on the same time as we moved back an hour for Europe there and stuff like that. So that's why there's daylight out there, because if we didn't turn the clocks on, it'd still be dark. Let's see, partly cloudy skies this morning. Will become overcast during the afternoon. Slight chance of afternoon showers. High of 57 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds, we're going to be windy again. The southwest at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Sun rose this morning at 6:42. It's 6:41, so it's 1 minute No, 30 seconds. 30 seconds, the sun will rise. You can see the sun's already up. 6:42 a.m. The sun rose this morning at on the southern tier of upstate New York, where I live and reside. We're setting this morning at this afternoon, late afternoon, 4:58. So it's before 5 o'clock. The sun will be set. That's because we changed the hour. We went back an hour. Make sure you change your batteries and your smoke detectors. I got to check my smoke detector. I'm procrastinating on that. Where's Lady Liberty? Miss Procrastinator. So it looks like for the most part, be pretty sunny up until noon, and then cloudy overcast going into the afternoon, into the early evening here in the southern tier of upstate New York. Our world times and temperatures as I speak, starting in Honolulu, Hawaii at 1:42 a.m. Okay, where's the... Okay, what happened to my world times and temperatures? I got the... Oh, let's see. Let's try this again. World times and temperature at 1:42 a.m. Honolulu, Hawaii. Cloudy skies, a little clearing, 77 degrees Fahrenheit. In Phoenix, Arizona at 4:42 a.m. currently. Clear skies in Phoenix, 59 degrees Fahrenheit. In the windy city of Chicago, Illinois at 5:42 a.m. Cloudy skies with a little clearing, 45 degrees Fahrenheit. In New York City, the concrete jungle, as I call it, currently at 6:42 a.m. here in southern tier of upstate New York, but New York City, sunny and clear, 54 degrees Fahrenheit. And let me find it. We have... it's Tony. Tina in Central Jersey at at 59 for the high, 43 for the low, and rain in New Jersey. So it's going to be a rainy day down in Jersey. Down in Warner Robins, Georgia, where Tony D is at. Where's Tony D's weather report? He's got it. I saw it just here a minute ago. Oh, there it is. Tony D is currently down there in Warner Robins, Georgia, where he is at. 44 degrees Fahrenheit, 68 for the high, 44 for the low. Mostly clear down in Warner Robins, Georgia. Thank you, Tony and Tina. Going across the pond, the Atlantic Ocean, to London, UK, at 11:43 a.m. Cloudy skies in London, 61 degrees Fahrenheit. And in Milan, Italia, Mangia, it's 12:44 and lunchtime still in Milan, Italy. And at 12:44 p.m., sunny and clear, 64 degrees Fahrenheit in Milan, a beautiful city. Skipping over to Kuala Lumpur at 7:44 p.m. in their evening. Clear skies in Kuala Lumpur, 84 degrees Fahrenheit. In Tokyo, Japan at 8:44 p.m. in their evening. Clear skies, 55 degrees Fahrenheit in Tokyo. And down under on the great continent of Australia, great country of Australia, great friends and allies to the United States, Australia is, and we do appreciate it. In Melbourne at 10:44 p.m., cloudy skies, 54 degrees Fahrenheit. And to the east, in Sydney, Australia at 10:44 p.m. in their evening, cloudy skies, passing clouds, 72 degrees Fahrenheit in Sydney. And those are our world times and temperatures as I speak. Our thought for the day comes from George Bernard Shaw, who was an Irish playwright, critic, political activist. His influence on Western theater, culture, and politics extended from the 1800s to his death beyond. And he passed away at 94 years old. God bless him, in 1950. God bless him. But his quote and our thought for today goes as follows. Okay, where is it? Oh, it's up here. I was going to give you yesterday's. Let's see. Life isn't about finding yourself. It isn't? No. Life is about creating yourself. Let me read that again. Life isn't about finding yourself. Life is creating yourself. George Bernard Shaw. So what did he mean by that? Well, he went on, I guess his meaning is to indicate identity isn't predetermined, isn't a predetermined thing, okay, to be discovered, but rather an ongoing project to be actively building through your choices, actions, and experiences. You're creating yourself through your life. It suggests you are the architect of your own life. And I think that's true. We are the architects of our own lives. We mold ourselves. We get influences from other people, and that molds us into the person we are. Defining who you are by setting goals, learning, growing, and becoming the person you aspire to be, instead of passively searching for a fixed self. And the people that have the fixed self, they're phony. Okay, basically, in layman's terms, I guess. So there's a quote as far as that goes. Let's see. Captain Rehab still wants to be on sports here. I'll entertain it. Crazy facts, though. The Dodgers catcher, Will Smith, who hit the game-winning home solo run in the 11th inning, has won the World Series 6 years in a row now on multiple different. Hey, I saw that fact. Yeah, that's an interesting fact. He's got six rings from 6 different teams. That's interesting. Captain Reset, does that mean if I'm born a male but I want to be a female, I can? I'm not going there, Captain Rehab. I'm not going to go there. We're not going to go there. That's a. I wish people the best, but I'm not into even discussing that subject. So we'll just leave it at that. Let's see. Our thought for the day from George Bernard Shaw. Thank you very much, George Bernard Shaw. God bless and Godspeed. Freaking 90 years old he was. Is that right? No, 94 years old. He passed away in Hertfordshire, United Kingdom. He was born in Dublin, England. Or Dublin, Ireland. I should say that, as far as that goes. And let's see. Deplorables goes lots of laughs. There we go. Okay, let's see. Our National Day today. Let's see what we got. We have Job Action Day. No, I don't even work. I don't want to see that. National Wife's Day, Housewife's Day. Well, I don't consider my the missus a house. She's not. I don't like that term, housewife. No, you're not, Captain Rehab. Just if you think that. If you want to think that, go ahead. That's what you're creating about your persona. That's okay. You're not that. No. If you were a troublemaker, you wouldn't be here. Okay, my friend? And you know what I mean about that. You're okay, Captain Rehab. And thank you for being here, though, too. Let's see. National Broadcaster Traffic Professional? Nah. What the hell's it? Oh, they're on the news and they give you the traffic report. I guess the only one we're left with, and I like this one because who doesn't like a good sandwich? National Sandwich. When Saturday we went to McDonald's, the McDonald's we go to in Sayre, Pennsylvania, because that's where the Lowe's is at. We're in you couldn't have any hamburgers because the fryers to cook the hamburgers, the power was out, and we're thinking, wait a minute, the power's out. You're still able to make chicken. And they said, well, they're connected, and it takes the McDonald's maintenance guy to start them. They can't start them as a preparer. You can't start the equipment. So, and Tina says she's a sandwich girl. Yeah, I like a good sandwich. So instead of a hamburger, we had the chicken. I had the spicy chicken, which came back to bite me a little later, I guess. It tasted good. I'm not really that much in chicken sandwiches, but it tasted good. We had the French fries, had a Coke, and then we went to Lowe's. But that was a pretty decent sandwich. I was all ready for a cheeseburger. What? WTF? What do you mean by that, Captain Rehab? You surprised I'm eating a chicken sandwich? Oh, about the burgers, maybe. Well, that's what we thought, but it made sense because McDonald's is very strict. I worked at McDonald's back in the day, and you could not, as a preparer, you could not turn on things. That wasn't your job. It was a safety thing. So those fryers, they were out and they had to do some troubleshooting on the fryers or something like that. So I guess they had a power outage. A power bump knocked the skillet that cooked the hamburgers and stuff. It knocked them out and stuff like that. So that portion of their food workflow, because it is a workflow back in the kitchen, was out. So they just was selling chicken, a lot of chicken sandwiches, as far as that goes. Deplorable says they aren't really hamburgers. They're it says I've seen the boxes of the McDonald's hamburgers. They say 100% USD meat. So sometimes I don't know the way they prepare them. They do taste like that. Let's see. So today is hashtag National Sandwich Day. Whether you stack it high, thin, National Sandwich Day on November 3rd recognizes one of the Americans' favorite lunchtimes. When you say stack it, I'm thinking of Dagwood stack. Remember the cartoon Blondie? Her husband Dagwood, a Dagwood sandwich would be like that big. The sandwich is believed to be the namesake of John Montague, 4th Earl of Sandwich, which followed the claim that he was the inventor of the sandwich. No matter who invented it, we celebrate every kind of sandwich. So go out and have a sandwich. I'm not going to go in this long spill. I guess they was playing poker and they said, give me something to eat. So somebody took 2 slices of bread, put some meat on and gave it to it. Oh, this is a nice, what are we going to call this? And they said, let's call it a sandwich. And Tina says, lots of laugh. Dagwood, yeah. What's Captain? Yeah. No turning on or fixing the ice cream machine. That's always broke. Yeah, there we go. Back on the McDonald's. Exactly. Yeah, the ice cream machine always seemed to be broke whenever McDonald's you went to. I can relate to that, Captain Rehab. So today is National Sandwich Day. So I'm going to be having a ham and cheese sandwich today, probably. Maybe a tuna fish. Those are my choices. Tina says, I've had 3 in one day, all 3 meals on a sandwich. Yeah, I've had that. Well, 2, maybe 2. Lunch, and then if it's grab at night, I'll grab a sandwich. So National Sandwich Day. Okay, we're up at 55. Let me go into before we go on a break here, because I want to refresh my coffee. What are you doing, Jackie Jack? I'll take you to the bathroom here in a minute. We're going to go ahead and do 100 years ago. And, where is it? Uh-oh. Hang on, folks. I got to find it. They don't have the... They don't have the audio portion of it. Let me see if I can search for it real quick, because that's what I did last time for it. Okay, let's see if it's under the news. Okay, there it is. Here you go, Jackie. Let me open the window for you. There you go. Okay, we're going to set this up. Hang on, folks. And... No, it wasn't stolen. It was, and they have a section. It's called community. It's usually there. That's just the verbiage. I had to go to the news section, and that's where the video is. I just found that out. So when I clicked it on the community, it had, that's one of the subsections. It just had the verbiage, but I take the title and I search for it, and they have it on the news side because they aired it. Let's go ahead and get rid of this. The scrolly thing, and let's see, we got this lined up. Okay, let's go 100 years ago. There it is right there, and we'll see what happened 100 years ago as of October 31st, which was Friday. See how much more trouble was made, because that's still Halloween, I guess, 100 years ago. So let's go ahead and listen to this one.
100 years ago today, plans are being made to erect a steel and concrete observation tower at Ely Park on the crest of Mount Prospect. The tower will be a memorial to the donor of the park, S. Mills Ely, and replaces the old wooden tower that was destroyed by a cyclone and fire several years ago. Construction of the new Ukrainian Community Association clubhouse at 43 Downs Avenue has just been completed. It was announced today that a large indoor swimming pool is now being built inside the YWCA building on Hawley Street. Motion pictures of the big parade held by Endicott Johnson workers in honor of George F. Johnson's birthday will be shown at the Lyric Theater in Endicott next week and at the Goodwill and Endwell theaters in Johnson City. And finally, a Halloween dance and Charleston contest will be held at the State Armory on Washington Street tonight. That was the news, October 31st, 1925.
Thank you, Roger Luther, who presented that 100 years ago. It doesn't looks like there's no criminal activity going on and stuff like that. Ely Park, crest of Mount Prospect, just to look at the view there, and what construction a new Ukrainian Community Association clubhouse. There is a Ukrainian. Binghamton is a very diverse city. There's a Italian community, Polish, Italian. As far as that goes, it's very diverse. So the Ukrainian community has been around here for a long time. And announced today the large indoor swimming pool is being built inside the YCMA, and that YWCA is still there in Binghamton on Hollywood Street. And motion pictures of the big parade held in Endicott Johnson workers honoring George F. Johnson. He was a great guy. He gave a lot, and there's no longer a theater in Endicott anymore. And at the Goodwill and Endwell theaters, I don't think there's a theater in Johnson City or Endwell anymore. And finally, they had the Halloween dance with the Charleston contest, and that was the big deal back then, as far as doing the Charleston, and as far as that goes. And so there we are, 100 years ago, with Roger Luther. He's the Binghamton. About someone stole them 100 years ago. It might have been those rascular those kids that were causing troubles there, Tina and stuff. And let's see, Captain. Oh my God, there's no news about involving alcohol. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they were everybody behaved themselves. So there we have that. And let's go ahead and turn this on. I'll read the rest of the Tina's laughing at that one. Yeah, no alcohol. Usually we have alcohol and stuff like that. But let's see. 69 years ago today, The Wizard of Oz was televised for the first time. I remember watching this on colored TV at the Appalachian Fire Department when I was a kid, when they first televised it back. Well, this is back in 1956, so it's still black and white. First time I saw The Wizard of Oz was probably 66, 67, and all the Appalachian volunteer firefighters, they had a colored TV. They were the first one in the county to have a colored TV in their day room. So we went there, all the kids watching. It was black and white, and then it went color, and everybody's like, oh, first black and white colored TV. But it was on television for the first time in 1956, and was so successful with 53% of the U.S. television viewers tuned in that it was designated to become an annual event in American homes. CBS ran it again 3 years later during the holidays, and gained an even larger television audience. So, and Tina says, I hid behind a chair. Yeah, that's the first time I can remember. First time we saw that, everybody was scared of that Witch of the North. Of course, they're trying to rewrite the Wicked Witch of the North in Wicked. I have yet to see that movie. I'm debating whether I want to watch it or not. I heard it's a good movie, but they're trying to remake and retell a story, I guess, and stuff like that. Which the original, you can't beat the original. That's on anything. So and it's a classic. Let's see. In 1838, the Times of India, the world's largest circulated English language daily newspaper, was founded as the Bombay Times in 1838. Jeremy Brett, who the actor for many years will always be the best Sherlock Holmes, was born in 19. Oh, he's the original Sherlock Holmes, 1933. He was born. Independence gained for Panama in 1903 from Colombia. For Poland, it was 1918 from Russia, and Dominican was 1978 from Britain, and the federal states of Micronesia, 1986 from the United States. Those all became independent countries. Let's see. Let's see on the AP side. In 1908, Republican William Howard Taft was elected president, outpolling Democrat William Byron. And in 1936, Franklin Delano Roosevelt easily won a re-election, losing just 2 states to the Republicans' candidate of Kansas, Governor Alf Landon. In 1957, the Soviet Union launched the spacecraft Sputnik 2, carrying the first animal into orbit. The dog's name was Laika. And it was 1992, Democratic Bill Clinton was elected the 42nd president of the United States, defeating President George W.H. Bush. And George W.H. Bush, the reason he lost, he said, "Read my lips, no new taxes." But he had to raise taxes. He had no choice. History will show he had no choice. He had to raise taxes, or else the U.S. government was going to default. So that was the main thing. The thing about George H.W. Bush, a lot of people don't realize, he almost died in World War II. He got shot down before the invasion of Iwo Jima. They were bombing a set of islands next to Iwo Jima called Chichojima. And the Japanese had a radar site, a radio station there, and they bombed, and he got shot down. He was like 300 yards away from the shore. He could see the Japanese army, and they were coming out in rowboats, and all of a sudden the submarine raises, and it's a U.S. sub that rescued him, and he almost lost. The 7 pilots that got shot down before him that were captured on that island, they were prisoners of war. They all got beheaded. And that was kept classified all the way up to George H.W. Bush's presidency, because they declassified the book Flags of Our Fathers came out and told the story. Okay, Tina, see you later. So I read that book. It's a very interesting story. But President Bill Clinton, I liked him his first 4 years. The second four years, he was a dirtbag. He disrespected the office of the presidency. But compared to our last president, he can rest assured he's not going to go down in history as one of the worst presidents. He was an okay president. So was Obama, as far as that goes. Let's see. In 2014, 13 years after the 9/11 attack, a new 1,776-foot skyscraper at the World Trade Center site opened for business, marking an emotional milestone for both New Yorkers and the nation, and that building stands tall and shows that we will not be knocked down as a country. So, and let's see, and that's about it for history. So, tomorrow I will be doing the Tioga radio show. As far as that goes, tomorrow is it's been 2 weeks, so we'll be doing tomorrow, the 7th and the 21st of this month will be the Mixcloud broadcast. So the audio podcast on Spotify for creators, Spotify, at Fireman Rich on Spotify, we'll be doing that Thursday. And then next week we got Tuesday and Thursday. So every other week we do the Mixcloud. So we'll be doing that tomorrow, just as a footnote, a programming note. I'm almost out of coffee, and I need to do some more. I got to do some gaming this week. I'm behind the gaming as far as I actually haven't done any offline gaming either for the last 5 or 6 days and stuff like that. I was on a regular afternoon thing there, but I got out of sequence there trying to catch that cat. Well, we're getting ready to catch a cat, and it did, and that sort of been put on hold. And then we had to do the cabinet DIY project, and so I've been sort of out of my element there. So we're gonna try and get back into the gaming this week as far as that goes too. So let's see. We're gonna go ahead and take a break, and I'm gonna refresh my coffee. What do we got going over here? What's this? Allow Twitch. Yeah, we'll do that. So now I got to get some coffee. So let me take care of this. What's this? Take care of that. And so you all hang loose, and I will be back in a couple minutes. So let's see. That's audio clip. Yeah, that's audio clip. And bubblegum ball game. We'll be right back. And we're back. I had an open mic. Okay, we got the morning coffee here. We're back for the Monday morning coffee, 11.03.2025 Rumble video broadcast. And we are back here live on 7 channels. There, a network of 7 channels. And it looks like we got a foggy day out. Foggy morning, I guess, and still 33 degrees Fahrenheit, so we're a little bit cold. And we'll see what the day brings here as far as that goes. And we got to finish our project here. All we got is to put that thing on, right?
No, we got to put the handles on.
Oh, the handles. That's right. We got to put the hardware. That's right. Okay,
Make
yeah.
sure the plumbing's secure.
Huh?
Make sure the plumbing's secure so we can get the stuff back under there.
Yeah, it's secure, but we just gotta. Huh? Well, I already told you the plumbing's not going to be 100%. It's like 98%. So we just gotta. We gotta go down to the store and get some extra.
I'm not going anywhere.
I know. Okay. We just got to finish our project here. We got some things. We got to put the. I forgot the hardware. You can see on the pictures. There's no handles. We got to drill the holes. The holes didn't come pre, so we got to decide where we're going to put those. And I think it's pretty obvious where, like, the drawers come out and the thickness of the drawers down here, but there's a little space up there where we can put the handles and stuff. So I guess that's what we got to do today as far as that goes. I got my marching orders, so we'll just go with that then. Let's see here. Let's get into the sports. Let's see. World Series. It took place. The Game 7 took place Friday night, and the Dodgers won. I'm still amazed at that. The Dodgers won, repeating. They won last year, so Toronto Blue Jays, they lost. They had an interesting stat when the last time the Blue Jays were in the World Series, I guess the Buffalo Bills were in the playoffs and they lost. So the Blue Jays lost this time. I don't know if that's foreshadowing that this is going to be a losing season for. They just mentioned that on yesterday's Buffalo Bills game, as far as that goes. But the Los Angeles Dodgers, they won. It went 11 innings. Of course, they had a long game. That went something like Campton Rehab. If you're still there, I don't know how many innings it went. He watched the whole thing. Went till 2:30, 3:30 in the morning. So they had some long games, but the Dodgers, they overcame adversity because they were. It was 3-1. Oh, maybe that was the 5th inning, and then they scored a second run, but then it was 4-2 in the 6th inning, and then Toronto Blue Jays didn't score anything for the next 5 innings, where the Dodgers, they hit a home run in the 8th, the 9th, and 11th inning. And how did they get 5? 1, 2, 3. Okay. And I think 4 of the 5 runs were home runs as far as that goes. They had 11 hits to the Toronto Blue Jays 14 hits. So hats off to them, so no more for baseball. Okay, football. We had football action yesterday. Let's go over the scores real quick here. Of course, last Thursday, Ravens surprised the Dolphins by beating them 28-6. 49ers, they won easily over the Giants. The Giants did put some points on the board, but they lost by 10 points. It was 34-24. Chargers 7 points ahead of the Titans to beat the Titans. Vikings, oh shit, they won over the Lions. Ooh, that was it. Oh wow, yeah, they were behind the whole time. So the new kid there, he came back as his 3rd game back with the Minnesota Vikings. Patriots, they edged out the Falcons 24-23. The Patriots are on a roll, folks. Steelers, surprisingly, they beat the Colts yesterday 27-7. Well, Okay, they're in first place in their division, so Rodgers couldn't do jack with the Jets, but he's actually doing something with the Steelers. So Broncos won by 3 points over the Texans. Texans were winning that game in the beginning, but the Broncos were able to come back. That's their sixth win. And the Bears, 47-42. Holy crap! They were showing the when I was watching the Buffalo Bills game, they were showing some updates there, and the deplorable says the Bears game was a crazy. Yeah, I saw that ending. It's like, oh my god, they had a run there for 92 yards, and what was the run that we saw that they brought back? It was 90. Was that the Buffalo Bills game? Okay, it was one game. Somebody brought back. They brought back the run, but that run, they had one of those runs there. As far as that goes, and it was a crazy. They had like 3 updates in a span. They're just going back and forth there the last couple minutes of that game. So, but the Bears 47-42. So that must have been a real shootout there. I think Flacco he had a last second Hail Mary, and it was intercepted. So, given the fact that he put up 42 points to Bears 47, that was a shootout. Green Bay, shockingly, loses in Green Bay by the Panthers 16-3. Lost on that one. Rams had no problem taking the Saints 34-10. I won on that one. Jaguars upset the Raiders 30-29. Now, the significant thing about that game, the longest field goal attempted was made. The new record is 70 yards. This guy hit one 70 yards. I think it was.
I think it was 68.
Was it 60? Oh, maybe it was 60. Okay, this guy, he hit a 70-yard. Oh, yeah, it was 68. The previous record was 67. The new record is 68 for the Jaguars. And they ended up winning 30-29 by 1 point. Of course, the Bills beat up on the Chiefs yesterday, winning it by a touchdown. And Bills they had a good defense. What did you think of that game?
The Bills?
Yeah, Bills Chiefs. Huh? Good game?
Yeah.
Yep, we enjoyed it because the Bills won. It was a good game. And then last night, you had the Seahawks and Commanders. Seahawks beat the Commanders 38-14. And then we have Monday Night Football, Cardinals against the Cowboys in Dallas at 8:15 tonight. I think I picked the Cowboys. So that's what we have for NFL football. And then the other football across the pond at 11:30 yesterday was the Manchester City going against Bournemouth in the Premier League. And Manchester won 3-1. They were winning 2-1 at the halftime, and they ended up scoring another goal. And now they're back up in second place behind Arsenal, which is they're 3 point. Oh, they're okay. Arsenal. So Arsenal is 3 points ahead in the Premier League as far as that goes. Let's see. Deplorable. Eagles showed how to shut down the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. Has been downhill since then. Yes, the Chiefs though they did play a good game. They just the Bills defense was there. They were able to hold them a couple times as far as that goes. So and Josh Allen, he's right on. He's got he holds the all-time record of quarterback having the most touchdowns for passing and rushing, as far as that goes. So the Eagles, yeah, they showed what the Chiefs are, their Achilles heel, as if you will. So the Manchester City won yesterday, and that's it for sports, folks. And so it was good football day yesterday, as far as just having some pizza and in the living room. We don't normally eat. The missus says, "Yeah, let's eat it in the living room." I said, "Fine with me." Oh, this coffee's good. Deplorable. Thank you again for the Amazon Prime. I raise my coffee cup to you, sir. Thank you very much. Greatly appreciate it. Let's say good. I hate Jim Kelly. He was a rude person off the field. Well, Jim Kelly, he's gone through a lot. Is he a cancer survivor, Jim Kelly? Don't know. He doesn't sound good. If you ever heard him talk recently, he does not sound very good. So, yeah, you didn't like him as a quarterback for the Bills. Yeah, I didn't really. He should have won a Super Bowl. They won 4 times. They couldn't win at least once. That's. We'll see what happens this year with Josh Allen and stuff. Those were good. Those are 4 good years of Buffalo Bills football, though. They had since then. Oh, his kid is. Oh, okay. 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 Let's see. What are we going to go to next here? We got the first. So we're on our second hour. Actually, 23 minutes for a second hour here. I guess we're going to go second hour. We'll go to the news here, see what's on the news. Full disclosure, as usual, I have no affiliation with Fox 40, WEBO, WNBF, WBNG, Channel 12, CBS News local affiliate, WAAL, Channel 34, WENY, Channel 18, Penny Saver, KGB, Rock Channel out of Binghamton, 104.1, up there in Buffalo, the 106.5 webpage, Power 93.7, WBLK, and let's see, what's this one called? 1440 Digest, Daily Digest. That's the one Tina turned me on to. Let's see. Deplorable says I was in a marching band in March at halftime for the greatest comeback game versus the Oilers in the playoffs. Oh, did you really? Wow, the Oilers. I used to like the Oilers. Deplorable.
Oh, deplorable.
Yeah,
okay.
deplorable. So that's back a ways. So that's back when Jim Kelly played for the Bills. So the missus, she found that interesting. Deplorable. That's cool. And let's see. So all these news web pages that we're going to, I have no affiliation with. I'm just looking at their articles. I consume their articles and as a viewer, and I present them here. It's just to give you an outlook, outlook of like what's happening here in the Southern Tier, as well as New York State, and any other pertinent news and stuff like that. And I full disclosure, I'm not a news person either. I'm just a consumer of news. Okay, so what do we got on Fox 40? Let's see what we got here. Second annual pumpkin smashing. What's that about? Okay, this is over on Fox 40. Cornell Cooperative Extension hosts second annual pumpkin smash. Okay, I guess this is where you take your pumpkins after they're all done to smash them, as far as that goes. So let's see what this one's about. Bring it up. There's she's new. She's a new person there. Let's go ahead and see what this one's all about here, folks. We'll go ahead and maximize that. Here we go. Bring this back. Start from the beginning. Here we go.
From wrapping up the holiday to kicking off a new movement, change was in the air across Broome County today. The Cornell Cooperative Extension hosted its second annual Pumpkin Smash at the Broome County Regional Farmers Market. The event gave community members a chance to bring in their leftover pumpkins and smash them on site. All of the smashed pumpkins will be composted right at the market, cutting down on waste and helping to keep the community green.
People in the U.S. average about 4 pounds of waste every day of garbage. So we just want people thinking about the waste they create and where they can make improvements, like choosing to compost your pumpkin instead of sending it to the landfill.
From wrapping up the
Okay. 4 pounds of waste. We generate 4 pounds of waste a day. So the 2 of us, so that's 8 pounds of waste. I don't think so. We don't do that much, do we? No, we generate maybe 2 garbage bags worth during the course of the week. That's not 8 pounds. That's 56 pounds.
The cats might.
Huh? Yeah, the cats might with their kitty litter and stuff. Let's see what else we have on Fox 4. So they're smashing the pumpkins to put them in the what do they call that thing when you mix it out? The compost. They're composting, yeah. And that's what they do up there at Cornell Cooperative Extension. They look at things to do and stuff like that with your waste and all that. Let's see, what else do we got here? Did 100? Okay, there's 100 years ago. Anything on the weekend? Binghamton declared a state of emergency? Broome County? What's that about?
We begin
Oh, snap.
Huh?
tonight as Broome County Executive.
Okay, well, I want to see what this is. This is news to me. Let's see. This is up in Broome County. This is the next county over. Let's see what this one's about.
Begin tonight as Broome County Executive Jason Garner declares a state of emergency for Broome County in response to the potential suspension of SNAP benefits. Garner says over 26,000 individuals in Broome County will lose their SNAP benefits over the coming weeks. The county website is now adding a local food source section where residents can find local food banks. Starting today, BC Transit is free for those who are SNAP eligible. Various local officials from across the county were on hand today and applauded the bipartisan efforts. Garner says he's hopeful that Broome County will be okay despite these challenges.
Okay, I'm going to stop it right there because there's other communities that are doing that. I think the governor here in New York declared an emergency also to help out. I guess that's a Band-Aid approach to that. And but it's just simple. Open the government, and people will get their SNAP benefits. And it takes 5 Democrat senators to go ahead and open the government, if not more. We need at least there's at least 5 because it's a filibuster, and any bill that's in the Senate, it's a filibuster. You have to have 60 votes and stuff like that. I guess it's just the way it works. Hey, wandering Australian, watch out! The lion has returned. Hey, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you, mate. Hope all is well in Australia. Like I always say during World Times and Temperature, Australia is a very good friend and ally to the United States, and we do appreciate it as far as that goes. I hope all is well in your country as you end in your evening. And wondering, good day, mate. And good. Yeah, that's Jack the cat. He's the oldest of the cats there. Yeah, you heard your name? What you doing? Huh? Psst. He's just cleaning himself. He's one of our 5 cats. Good to have you here. And Jack the Lion. Yeah, there we go. I like that. Jack the Lion. He gets chased around by the other cats, the younger cats there and stuff. They chase him around. So there's alternatives there's certain situations they're doing, and this is just one in Broome County. The county executive declared a state. The food banks, if they don't open the government, are going to be depleted very quickly because that's extra people from SNAP to utilize that if they don't use it already, I guess. But and plus there's people not getting paychecks, so they can't buy food. So they have to go to the food banks. And the simple solution, like I said last Friday on Hello America here on Rumble, open the government, vote for the clean CR. It's simple as that. It's been too long. So we'll see what happens after the election tomorrow. I'm going to check on the news and stuff. I haven't really seen any news on it over the weekend other than the SNAP benefits here in the United States have ended. So we'll see what happens with that. Okay, let's go back to the news. Just curious on state of emergency and stuff like that. So it's just okay. That's it for Fox 40. What do we got on WBNG? Let's see. Do we have anything on WEBO for news? Let's see. We talked about the employee being killed last Friday at the upstate shredding. The gentleman's name was Timothy Ryder. Timothy Ryder, from what WEBO News is talking about on the fire. So, okay, let's see what's on WNBF. Let's see. And I'm not seeing anything here on WNBF. That's 1290 AM News Radio. Let's go to WBNG. Let's see what we got. Impaired woman faces felonies for Halloween crash. 14-year-old injured. Ooh, that's not good. Let's see what this is about. Impaired woman faces felonies for Halloween crash. Well, this is the reality. You have things that go on. Let's go ahead and see what this one's about here. Go ahead and turn off the camera. Maximize and play.
In Binghamton, where a woman is facing multiple felony charges after reportedly striking multiple trick-or-treaters with her vehicle on Halloween in the town of Shenango. Friday night, Broome County deputies arrived on scene for a reported accident. Deputies and emergency responders removed an adult male from under the vehicle, and he was transported to Wilson ER with serious injuries. 3 adults and 1 juvenile were struck by the vehicle, all sustaining injuries, and were brought to the hospital. The driver, Ann B. Affolter, age 60, was charged with vehicular assault in the first degree, vehicular assault in the second degree, driving while ability impaired by drugs, and criminal possession of controlled substance. Affolter was taken to Central Arraignment Part, where she was brought to the Broome County Correctional Facility without bail.
It's the world's most valuable toilet.
Okay, we don't need to go into the golden toilet story. Woohoo! I want to hear about the toilet. No, that just blended in. What the hell is that? Let me spot check this. I gotta. Let me see. Let me see something. Let's see. Where's the volume? Here's the volume. All right, I'm gonna accommodate you. I'm gonna accommodate you there, Wandering Australia. You haven't been here in a while. We'll go ahead and bring that one back. Let me bring it back up. I don't know. I'm curious too. I'm curious on the golden toilet here. Let's see. Let me maximize this first and stuff. Let's see, and we'll bring this back. There it is. Let's see what this one's about. Let me bring this back here.
It's the world's most valuable toilet, and it's up for auction at Sotheby's in New York with a $10 million starting price. The commode is solid gold, and it's a sculpture entitled America by Italian artist Maurizio Cattelan. It may be a sculpture, but it's a fully functional toilet,
Wow.
which Sotheby's calls an incisive commentary on the collision of artistic production and commodity value. Last year, Cattelan's work entitled Comedian, a banana duct taped to a wall, sold at a New York auction for $6.2 million.
Okay, so there it is. It's a work of art from an artist, and it's not supposedly. Somebody said Donald Trump has one of these. I doubt if he has one of these. That's a waste of gold right there. That's I think it's worth more. That's a work of art to where it's probably worth more than that banana piece of art. So this looks like art, and it's just like that's all solid gold. I mean, you got to be. I mean, that's how much money you think that is. I don't know. They didn't say. Let me see what they. Let me see what the article said here as far as what there might be a price on it. Nope, there's no verbiage on this story, so that's a freaking golden commode. Let's see, Wandering Australian goes, yeah, I remember that banana tape to the wall. Yeah, it just somebody ate it, but they just put it's just a concept of it and stuff like that. Gold prices here for gold at the moment are insane. Would be a fortune. Yeah, that's probably a fortune because if it's not, that's some thick, if that's a working toilet, that's not a gold coating. That's solid gold. So it's just it's unreal. Okay, let's see what else we have on WBNG. Okay, they had a dinner over the weekend at the Vestal Elks. I know someone who is a member of the Vestal Elks. He used to be the Grand Poopah back in the day, I think. I don't think it's. Let's
And
go
over
ahead.
in
Let's see if I can find him there. Let's see if we can see him. But let's go ahead and bring this up. Bring this one up. I always like articles where they highlight the veteran as far as that goes. So let's go ahead and maximize and get this started.
So around 40 veterans and their guests attended an appreciation dinner hosted by the Vestal Elks Lodge 2508. The veterans and their families got to enjoy a meal consisting of the lodge's world-famous spaghetti, salad, and garlic bread. Also before the dinner, there was a ceremony held that goes through each branch of service with prayers, and the national anthem, God Bless America, and taps is played.
It's very heartfelt, it's very meaningful, it's reverent, and it's our way of showing these veterans that we care about them and we want to appreciate their sacrifice.
The Vestal Elks Lodge tries to hold this appreciation dinner before Veterans Day because on that day, they will be holding a donation drive from 5 a.m. to 5 p.m., which they will take donated items to give to veterans in nursing homes.
So the what is that? The Vestal Elks Lodge 2505 giving having a appreciation dinner for the veterans for the area, and we do appreciate that. And we do appreciate, hey, morning, Judge Shady Court over there on YouTube. Morning and blessings to you, my friend. I hope you had a great weekend. Thank you for stopping in. All you people, go ahead. Oh, I forgot to plug that in. Go ahead and follow Judge Shady Court over on YouTube. She has, she's on daily. I watch her replays and stuff. I do watch your replays there, Judge. I think you're the judge or you're the clerk. I'm still trying to figure that out. But thank you for being here. And she's saying, hi, Kitty. Yeah, that's Jack. Jack has taken up his position there as far as looking out the window. And let's see, wandering Australian. I went panning for gold here in the outback Australia last month for the first time. Found nothing but what they called fool's gold. Yeah, fool's gold. It looks like real gold. I know what that fool's gold's like. And we have something there of a cleanup on aisle. First time chatter. Let me get this guy here first and get rid of this person. We block and then we ban. Let's see. Unban. Okay, let's see. We go back down here. How do we get? Oh, I got to get rid of it up here. Okay, there we go. And that gets rid of it. Okay. And let's see. No, we don't want that. It's we have here in Australia what is known as the RSL clubs, Return Service Leagues Club, a licensed venue run by veterans associating a pub or club. Do you have the I think we have the VFW, Veterans of Foreign War, and then the American Legions. The American Legions, I could join. I think they changed the rules of VFW. I can be an associate member, but to be a member of the VFW, you have to have taken part in a war and stuff. But I think they've reduced their. But yeah, they have organizations that are run by the veterans and stuff like that. So our version of the RSL clubs would be the American Legion and VFW, Wandering Australian. I'm not a member of them, but I could go. I've been in them and stuff like that. I just don't. They're great organizations. I usually like going to their breakfasts that they have them. So, let's see. We also have the Eagles Club. Okay, for the Philadelphia Eagles. There we go. I don't know what happened to my. I forgot to plug in my my Surface 3, so we'll restart that. Okay, the back thing is still on the. Okay, so let's see what else we have here. That's on WBNG. And they got the Smashing Pumpkin. They got the Impaired. We talked about that. Okay, let's see. No, for the veterans, we have the. Oh, it's a veterans. Oh, okay. Stand corrected there, deplorable. Thank you. Okay, so yeah, I guess there's other organizations. I think with what Wandering Australia, what he was saying that the Return Service Legion clubs, a licensed venue for veterans associations. I think that's more in line with the American Legions and VFW. But there are organizations like the Elks Club. They take care. They make contributions to the local veterans associations and stuff like that, which is good. And let me get this back up here. I lost my Surface 3 here. I forgot to plug it in. But the Eagles Club. It's associated with veterans. Okay, that's cool. I always like the organizations that associate themselves with the veterans, because the veterans, especially the veterans now, since I've been out, they have to deal with more and stuff like that. Okay, let's see. I think that's it for WBNG, WAAL, same articles as WNBF and W. That's the whale. Let's see. Channel 34. They're talking about the accident there. New housing in works in Johnson City. What's that? Let's check this out. Let's see what this one's about. Johnson City, named after Mr. Johnson there from years back. Let's go ahead and bring this one up. Okay, brought that up. Let's go ahead and maximize this and start it. And
underway to rehabilitate a crumbling brick warehouse building in downtown Binghamton into affordable housing. Reagan Development Corporation has announced plans to redevelop 1 North Depot Street, creating 50 new apartments. The $31 million project would transform the vacant 5-story building, preserving its historic facade while creating fully modern, energy-efficient units. The 1- and 2-bedroom units would be available to renters earning up to 80% of the area median income. The upgrades will include all electrical HVAC systems and appliances, and the project is eligible for the DEC's Brownfield Cleanup Program. Built in 1872, the former warehouse sits in the city's Railroad Historic District. Reagan Development previously converted old Endicott Johnson factory buildings in Johnson City into residential housing and is currently finishing work on the Homesteads on Grand in JC. The project will go before the city's planning commission next week, and work is expected to begin by next.
Okay, so there is a building that right there that's going to be renovated, and you could see it. It goes back the architecture that dates back to the 1800. It looks like let's see, 1, 2, 3 buildings all joined together. So that would be great for. So a lot of work. It's over 100 years old, so it looks like there's an entranceway. There was an entranceway right here, as far as that goes, and but it looks like that there's a lot of work that has to be done to bring that up to snuff. But it's possible they can do it. And let's see. Wandering Australian says, "Great to see it's not being demolished." Yeah, that I like seeing that. If you're able to redo it and save that, it looks historical. It just looks very unique, and it's all brick. And if they can change it into, they could probably. They've done that here in Tioga County with some buildings that have the old brick facade and stuff like that. So I think that's pretty cool as far as I'm doing. Instead of demolishing it, stuff to reuse it as far as that goes. Okay, I got my Surface 3 back up. All right, let's see. I'm gonna write something down to remind me here. Okay. Let's see. What else do we have on Channel 34 and on the news? And there's a lot of those type of buildings up here in the southern tier of upstate New York, as far as that goes. Let's see. Anything else? Okay, let's go to WENY out in Elmira. Anything? Since they've changed, let's see, Southern Tier. Oh, here's something about some. Let me get through the commercial here first. Some young individuals entering into the service. Let's see what this article is. This is on WENY that is out there. We're talking about veterans. Here's some potentially new veterans that. Okay, I can. Let's see. Southern Tier Young Marines hold inaugural graduation ceremony honoring 3 graduations. So this looks like it's Marine ROTC, Junior ROTC. So let's go ahead and see what this one's about. This is on WENY News. And let me bring that up. There we go. And get this going. Oh, I thought it was a video. Oh, it's not. Okay. I thought it was a video. It said video. Let me get the verbiage up here. Oh, it's the next one down. So those are the 3 junior Marines. Okay, there's the article, right? Or there's the video.
Young students in the Southern Tier made history today as the area's first Young Marines. WENY's Scott Brubaker was at today's graduation story and spoke to the Young Marines about the honor.
Leadership, teamwork, and self-discipline are some of the principles these 3 young Marines learned over the past few months. With all 3 now having the title of private, they say their families were a big reason they took this task head on.
I was nervous at first, and then it got excited. Yes.
Cameron, Madeline, and Alden have been training with the Young Marines since the summer. Over the past few months, they've been trained in discipline, agility, and education. Each graduate says family inspired them to take on the role. All of them say they have a family member either currently serving or who has served in the past.
I've loved the Marine Corps my entire life. And my cousin's a Marine. My great-grandpa over there is a Vietnam vet.
So how did it feel for you as a family member to watch her go through this?
Honored to see her take the initiative to do this and for her to want to serve her country in the future too.
It's something instructors say they're proud to bring to the area. They say they hope the training inspires the kids to become leaders in their community.
They started as individuals, and as you see, they finished as a team. So they really grew, not only as individuals, but as a team. And it was great to see that happen and see them kind of mold and mesh together.
Moving forward, the 3 new privates will help to train the next round of Young Marines. Organizers say they hope this first group will get the ball rolling for many more groups to come.
From here, we'll be doing Wreaths Across America, participating in the Elmira Holiday Parade, and doing any initiatives that help them better serve their community and get them actively involved in community service.
The Southern Tier Young Marines are getting ready to start their second class of students in just a couple of weeks. If you know anyone who is interested in joining, we have more information on our website, WENY.com. Just click.
Okay, so we got some young people that are eventually going to become United States Marines. That's Marine Junior ROTC. I used to, when I was in high school, my sophomore and senior year, I was in Air Force Junior ROTC in downstate high school. And I was ready to go in the Air Force. I almost went into the Marine Corps. I came that close. I had the paperwork drawn up. All I had to do was sign it. But I sort of last minute when I found out that the United States Marines send I wanted to be a firefighter. And the Marine said, the Marine recruiter, yeah, you can be a firefighter in the Marines. Found out that the Marines send their recruits to the Air Force fire school. So that sort of changed. Maybe, wait a minute, that doesn't make. So that was one of the main things that changed me back over to the Air Force. And I'm glad I did that. But my hat's off to these young potential real Marines. They're doing the Marine Junior ROTC out there in Elmira. And let's see, Wandering Australia. They need to move the teleprompter. She is reading. You can? Really? Let me go back and see that. Really? Oh, okay. You can see it in the background. Okay, let's see. Oh, off to the right. Okay, gotcha. I saw that. Okay. That's funny. The things you notice, right? The things you notice. Okay, I'm wrapping.
All right.
You feel all right? No, you're not. So you haven't really. You felt better yesterday. It seemed like you felt better yesterday.
Well, yesterday afternoon.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was away for a while.
After you laid down.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go ahead and see what else they have here. I think that's the one article that they on WENY. Let's see. Trick or treat, scary prices this Halloween. I'm done with Halloween. We don't need to do any more Halloween. Let's see. Channel 18. Let's see. Emergency food rescue services, and well, we don't need to do that. I guess they're going to be hurting. That seems to be the talk. We'll see what the news develops as far as today. Penny Saver. Where's this at? Oh, Tannenbaum. Is that in the? Is that the?
History.
Okay, so that's at the museum there. Yeah. Okay. They're getting ready for Christmas already, and still, after Halloween they usually do that. As far as not talking about Thanksgiving, they're talking about Christmas. But Penny Saver, there's an article on Penny Saver. I don't do Christmas stories in the beginning of November. The Christmas holiday season does not start for me until after the Macy's Day Parade on Thanksgiving Day. At the end of the Macy's Day Parade, that's when you see Santa Claus. That's when it becomes Christmas. I'm going to be saying that every single morning coffee broadcast and stuff if I see a Christmas article. Okay, so that's the Penny Saver. Let's see, WKGB. Nothing really going on there. And the Wandering Australian says, no Christmas stuff till 1 December. Yeah, for me, when I was growing up, Wandering Australia, visiting my grandparents down in Brooklyn. My grandmother always used to say, and I remember visiting down there during Thanksgiving, that the Macy's Day Thanksgiving Parade, that's a national thing here. It's down there in New York City, done by Macy's, the department store. And I remember as a kid, she says, it's not Christmas, Richie, until you see Santa at the end of the Thanksgiving Day Parade. So that's always been my benchmark. It's not the Christmas season until I see, and I'll be at work and there'll be a TV on and I'll be watching it. And then some of the guys I work with, hey, there's the end of the parade. It's Christmas, that parade gets shown down here in Australia. Okay, so you do see what you see. So at the end of that parade, that's when Santa Claus appears. That's when it's Thanksgiving. You still have Thanksgiving Day, but that's when, for me, it becomes a Christmas season, the holiday season, if some people don't want to use Christmas, which I think is a farce. So that's my benchmark. And I've been like that ever since I was a kid. I always remember my grandparents, especially my grandmothers, for saying that. Okay, let's see. KGB, nothing there. Nothing on KISS 105. That's the same as NBF and WAAL. Let's see. Up there in Buffalo on 106. Nothing really pops out there. Again, with the same with 90. They got nothing really there. Let's see, WGR 550. They've got the bills. Allen highlights Kincaid's improvements in the bills. Is there a video on this? Let's see. How long is this one? No, that's too long. But with the postseason success, Buffalo Bills have yet to. With the win, the Bills improved to 6-2 in the standings and keep pace in the AFC East and behind the New England Patriots, who are 7-2, because New England Patriots beat them, barely beat them. So, okay, so we don't have anything on WGR 550. Let's see. Nothing there. Let's see. 1440. Let's see. What do we got on here? Was it yesterday marked 25 years of the continuous human presence in space? I'm a space junkie, folks. I like space. Let's see. Wandering Australian. How are our Bills going? They won yesterday. I haven't caught since the opening round. Yeah, they won. They're one game behind. One game behind. Oh, okay. So no problems. We're gonna have to wrap up here in a little bit. So I'm gonna wrap up with this. The Bills they won last night. They're second in the division. They're in the play. They're on schedule to be in the playoffs. New England is ahead of them, but they won last night against the Kansas City Chiefs, which was a good win. It was a good football game yesterday late afternoon between. Your beauty, yeah. Second, your beauty, yeah. So we're confident that they're going to get into the playoffs, and they have to perform. If their defense keeps up like they did last night against the Chiefs, they're going to the Super Bowl. So I'm not too sure about Indiana now after their loss yesterday. But I want the Buffalo Bills will be going to the Super Bowl. That's my prediction. I want them to go. So let's see. But yesterday, what's this one? Oh, I don't need that one. Yesterday marked the 25th anniversary of the International Space Station, where a continuous human presence in space, including at least one civilian U.S. citizen. President Ronald Reagan commissioned the project that would become the International Space Station back in 1984. The idea of living in space dates back further with author Edward Everett Hall imagining a functional ISS in his 1869 tale, The Brick Moon. Canada, Japan, Europe, and ultimately Russia joined the project. On November 2nd, 2000, the Expedition 1 crew became the first group to reside on the International Space Station. Today, the station is the largest space vehicle ever built, as large as a football field, which is pretty good size, including solar arrays, with a habitat volume large enough to than a 6-bedroom house. More than 280 people from 27 countries have visited the station, typically to conduct scientific experiments in 6-month rotations. The ISS will be deorbited in 2031 and driven into the Pacific Ocean, which will be a shame because it's been up there for a while. So why can't we keep it up there longer? So that's about it for what I have here, folks. We're going to end that because the missus wants to do it's Monday, so it's cleaning day for her, and I don't want to impede on her schedule here. So, and plus we got to finish up the putting the hardware and that kick thing later today. We'll be doing that, so that's on the game plan for today. But I'll probably be taking a walk this morning. It looks like a good day to take a walk and get some fresh air. So I want to say thank you for the 4 people that are on Rumble now. One person on Locals. There's nobody on YouTube, but we did have one person there before. 4 people on Twitch as we end. Nobody on Facebook. We have 4 people on X, and we have let's see, on Kick. We had 4 people on Kick. How are we holding on Kick? We did have 4 people. It went down to 2 people. So thank you, Kick, for being here, hanging out with us. I greatly appreciate it. I want to say thank you also to those folks that were in the chat, starting off with Tina, our Jersey girl. Thank you. And Captain Rehab coming in from the city of brotherly love. Thank you, Captain Rehab, for being here as always. Deplorable. Thank you, Deplorable. Thank you very much. Thank you for the Amazon Prime for 3 months. I greatly appreciate that, my friend. It means a lot. Thank you very much. And what happened here? Let's refresh that. Let's see. Going down, we have Deplorable. We had Tony D was in the house. Thank you, Tony D, my brother veteran, my good friend and fellow broadcaster. Thank you for being here, touching base with us. And as we're going down, I think after that, we had the Wandering Australian that came in. Thank you, mate, for being here. Greatly appreciate it. And backing up, we had Judge Judy, Judge Shady Court Judy. Make sure there she is. That's her handle, Judge Shady Court, over there. She's probably broadcast. No, I didn't get any alert, so she's not broadcasting. She will be broadcasting. Give her a follow, folks. She's a great gal. She's funny too. I like it. I like her. Judge Judy, and then we had the Wandering Australian. Thank you, Wandering Australia, coming from down under. We really appreciate the folks from Australia, and you have a great end of your day. You're ending your day, so you're getting ready for bed, as far as that goes. Oh, we had I'm sorry. We had Liberty last minute. Good morning, Patriots and Misses. Just a quick hello. Thank you, lady. Thank you, Liberty. Greatly appreciate it. Hope you all are well up there in the city, up there in Buffalo, Niagara area. Thank you for stopping in for a quick hello. And I love the flags. I always got to mention the flags. Deplorable threw up the flags. She's over there on Rumble. Thank you very much, Liberty 101. And Wandering Australia, hooray, mate, just to catch up again. Yeah, thank you for being here. Don't be a stranger there, Wandering Australian. And let's see, Hope Captain chooses the Bills. I'm not sure what he chose. We'll go over that Wednesday stuff. The Bills, they won a good one last night, Liberty. I'm sure all the folks up there in Buffalo, that's where the strong presence of fan base is. So thank you very much for being here. Okay, so I am Rich Roberts, at Fireman Rich here on Rumble, also at Fireman Rich over there on X, at Fireman Rich on Twitch, and over on YouTube, because I have this, I'm at Richard M. Roberts over on YouTube. I'm going to start promoting my YouTube channel here. But I'm at Fireman Rich broadcast here on Rumble, at Fireman Rich over on Twitch, at Fireman Rich over on X, and on YouTube. We're on the YouTube right there. There we go, folks. And all others, just Google at Fireman Rich and you'll see where else I'm at. And I do appreciate you all being here. And for those people listening, we do replay. We repurpose the audio over there on Spotify. So we're on Spotify, at Fireman Rich on Spotify as well. And again, all others, just Google at Fireman Rich. And I want to say thank you also for the folks that are watching on the replay. Thank you very much. It is greatly, greatly appreciated. And I thank you very much for that. Okay, so with that, we're going to go ahead and exit stage left and get our day going. And you all have a great one wherever you may be. Make sure I got everything. And you all have a great day. And with that, we're going to skate out of here and see what the day brings. You all have a great one. Live life. Have fun. Ciao for now. And as always, peace. Take care, folks. Ciao for now. Good broadcast, folks. Thank you very much. Later, alligator.